Welcome to my organization channel. My name is Audrey, and today I'm going to share with you my kitchen and how I organized it from top to bottom, so stay tuned. For this project, the very first thing you're going to need is a label maker. I actually picked this up at Walmart. It is made by Dymo, D-Y-M-O, and I'll make sure to put that in the description. The second thing you're going to need is some heavy duty box tape. You can also pick this up at Walmart, and this is the Scotch brand. I actually use the shipping packing tape. For this project are these white locker bins that I picked up at the Dollar Tree, which are super affordable, especially if you need a lot of them for a big project like the kitchen. Another thing I picked up at Walmart are these baskets. They're made by Sterilite. I think that's how it's pronounced. I will make sure to put that in the description. They are in a different shape now. This is the older models of the baskets you need for this project, which I will make sure to put in the description because I do not have it with me, are the shelf liners that I used, which I also picked up at Walmart.
Start out, I have put some boxes together and I'm going to work on the cabinet above my sink, and I'm also going to work on the cabinet over here to my left with my mugs and my glasses and my cups. So the very first thing I do with every single organization project is I empty out every single cabinet that I'm going to be working on. The next thing I do is I separate it into categories. I have mugs, I have glasses and cups, I have larger mugs. Cannot emphasize enough how important it is to get rid of the stuff you're not using. If you haven't used it in the last 6 months or the last year, make sure you give it to Goodwill. It's just taking up valuable space in your cabinets. So I have dwindled it down to this much, and I'm still probably going to go through it another time and take out even more that I'm not going to keep. And this is all the stuff that I am getting rid of. All this stuff in here, all of this. We're not using it. So I don't like keeping ones that are oversized or oddly shaped, like these two. Those are, but my husband just got them, so I'm like, okay, we'll keep it. It's fine. But I'll just put it in like the decoration area because I'll probably never use them. I mean, you can't even microwave this, it'll get ruined. So same thing with this. It has like a little thing that pops up on the front when you put it in hot water. And it's really cute and everything, but it's just not practical. So anyway, that's what I'm keeping in this cabinet so far. So what a huge difference from all of this. I'm gonna clean that. All of this that's been sitting in there collecting dust. The next thing I do is I clean all of it. Barely anything in there now, so I only have like regular sized mugs, medium sized mugs, large mugs, cappuccino mugs, 1 pitcher in the back, 2 of these glasses, and then 4 plastic cups. And then the way behind that is an ice container thing for entertaining, and then my wine glasses are at the top. Next, I'm gonna work on this. I'm probably getting rid of half of that. Whittle it down. I'm gonna get rid of all my big ones, or all my little ones. Only keep the big ones and ones that have matching lids, and then anything else is gonna get tossed away. This is what I've whittled it down to. I want to keep one more of the superhero ones, but the lids are wonky, and I only want to keep ones that have good lids. These are all good, all 4 of these. Although I don't know, I might get rid of the purple one. This one's seen better days. I want to get one that's got this little thing on the top. And then I'm gonna keep those 2 water bottles. But that's it. That's all I'm keeping out of all of that. Right? Right. Clean as a whistle.
Next cabinet I will share with you guys is my Tupperware / trash bag cabinet. I get a lot of questions about how I organize my Tupperware, so I will show you today how I do it.
Okay, so what I do is, like always, go through everything and put it into categories. Okay, so surprisingly, out of that whole entire thing, this is the only thing that doesn't have lids or it doesn't have a container to go with it. Because I did go through this not too long ago, so that's the stuff I'm going to get rid of. Okay, so this is how I organized it. So I put all the small containers with their lids in this one. And then the medium containers here and the ones behind it large, and the ones way in the back is the extra large, which I don't use very often, mostly just for when I do cupcakes and stuff. So I've labeled it, obviously all Tupperware here. This is the small containers, medium and large, because I want it to stay this way. And in order for it to stay this way, you have to label it for your kids and for your husband and for whoever else. So there you go. And then we got the trash bags labeled. Everything's super organized. And I don't put a liner like how I put shelf liner. I didn't put a shelf liner down here with the trash bags. This is the only thing in here, so. Okay, so this is the next cabinet to organize. As you can see, it's super dirty. In this cabinet, I want to put my protein pancakes, and both of my crock pots I want to fit in here. So I don't use like any of that stuff anymore because that's a lot of like pre-workout, and I don't use pre-workout anymore. It's also some fat burners, which I don't use anymore, and some other crap. It's just a bunch of crap that we don't use in the top. So most of it I'm going to be getting rid of. Okay, so I have started my pile. This is all the stuff I'm getting rid of. This is a super old crock pot that used to be my mom's, and it's like cracked and it's not in the best shape. So I already have a stainless steel one, and I already have this one, the smaller one. So I'm gonna keep that one, and I'm gonna keep that little tiny one for like dips. That's the protein and the protein pancakes I'm keeping, and then some silverware that I found in the very back. But that's it. That's all I'm keeping. And I want to try to fit other stuff in this cabinet, so this will definitely free it up. I looked at all the expiration dates, and all that stuff's expired. Like I said, we used to use a lot of that stuff, and then especially during prep, I used to use a lot of that stuff, but now I don't use any of it. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of it. You guys want a trick on if you have a really wrinkly thing, like if it's messed up, is use a hair dryer, and you can iron it out a little bit better. So I'm gonna use a hair dryer on it. And that's a wrap. It's super clean now, and I added more appliances that I had jammed into another cabinet. So I added my large waffle iron, my small waffle iron, and behind that, way in the back, I have a popcorn maker. And then I have the cutlery, and I have the 3 crock pots, As you can see, there's like a little finger pointing. That means it's in the back. So that's in the back. And the popcorn maker is in the back. So I recently did clean out this one too, but it gets messed up quick. And a lot of this stuff, I just went through it and almost everything was expired. So I want to fit my cake decorating stuff down here. And I think I'm going to get rid of that little cake cooking thing. I never use it. The fence, because I used to use it all the time and make little protein cakes. And we used to have those as snacks. I just haven't used it in so long. That's a wrap. Okay, so this is one of those corner lazy Susan type dailies, and it's really dirty. I haven't organized it in a while, so just pull it all out and do it. I'm getting rid of all that stuff. We don't use any of it, so I don't need it. This is all the stuff I'm keeping, and I already cleaned out the cabinet, and I'm going to clean off the liner. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys how this Lazy Susan whatever cabinet worked out. So I got rid of a lot of stuff I don't use. So I only have stuff I use. I use all these pans. And then I kept the lids in this basket because it wasn't that messed up. And then I have this one, this cover that I use, and my strainers, and that's it. So this is the last sink or last cabinet I'm gonna do. This was actually really organized not too long ago, but I really need to go through it, so I'm gonna do it now. Okay, so I started my pile. That's all the stuff I'm getting rid of because we don't use it. Probably gonna keep that and that, but that's all gonna go. Gonna go through those bags because I don't use any of them really. And I'm keeping all of this. I got all new bins because the other bins I had were completely disintegrated and broken. And no matter if I cleaned them or not, they were ruined. So I got new bins at the Dollar Tree. These are all from the Dollar Tree. I started over here with my dishwasher tabs, my overstock on the Windex, and then behind that is my floor cleaner. I actually might swap those two because I use my floor cleaner a lot. These are the cleaners I use pretty much every day or at least once or twice a week. I use Windex every day. I use Clorox cleanup every day. The rest of them like Orange Clean, Easy Off, stainless steel cleaner, CLR for showers and for, you know, getting off grime. And then for this one, I have my flashlights. I also have like a bug killer that it's safe to use in the house. And then I have my squeegee. And then in this one, I have Swiffer wipes. I actually just use these to dust, and I use them under the bed with the little tool. And I don't really use that anymore. I use a mop but every once in a while I'll use it, and I still have some left and I don't want to get rid of them, so that's that. And then behind that's bags. So I don't have that big of bag collection anymore because I actually use my own bags at grocery stores. So that's it. I'm gonna label everything now. Small cabinet next to my oven. I didn't show the organization of this earlier because I already did it, but in here is pot holders and also aprons. I didn't show these cabinets earlier that are next to my microwave, but these are all my seasonings, and they're on these turntables, which I actually picked up at Target, and I love them. I didn't show the organization of this other cabinet as well, but it's just my cooking oils, my cooking sprays, my food scale, and some toothpicks. Tree, which I have my oats, my syrups, my cake mix. In the far back is pasta, rice, barley. The very top is cereal, and I don't put my cereal in cereal bins because I just think it's not practical. I'm not gonna do that every single time I come home from the store. And then this bottom part is the other part of my pantry. We got peanut butter, we got green beans, refried beans. In the very far back, we have ramen for my kids. We also have almonds in the far back. I have teas, cake mix, frosting, Jell-O. Like I have mustard and ketchup and barbecue sauce in this one that's like extra. And then in the very bottom I have tuna, and I have soups, and I have chicken broth. Next I have my kids snack cabinet. I have it down low so they can reach it. We have granola bars, we have crackers, we have microwave popcorn, we have other chips and snacks, we have cookies, and we have some other snack size popcorns on a previous video, and I will put the link at the very top for you guys if you haven't seen this video yet when I organized all of this stuff. But it's still beautifully organized, and I'm still very happy with it.
Make sure you leave your questions in the comment section. I have a comment section on this channel. My previous channel does not, which is very frustrating. So I'm happy to have it back on this channel. So if you guys have any questions or any concerns or anything you want to ask me or say, make sure you leave it in the comments below. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this episode of organizing my kitchen. I enjoyed doing it. I hope it stays this way for a while. Next time, I'll be sure to show you my refrigerator organization. I will put the link up here for another organization video I did on my other channel about my fridge, but I am gonna do another one, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you hit that like button, also subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. Lots more organization videos to come, so stay tuned.